Right now, there are millions of companies out there paying, billions of dollars for these enterprise AI subscriptions.
Oh, yeah. Tons of money.
Right. But the crazy thing is, the vast majority of them have absolutely no idea how to actually use them.
None at all.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are looking at this massive implementation gap in the modern economy. We're pulling insights from a really compelling piece by URBT News, and it's titled "The AI Gold Rush for Micro Agencies."
It's a great piece.
It really is. And the mission for this deep dive is to, look past the Silicon Valley billionaires for a second. We want to look past the massive tech conglomerates and focus on you.
Exactly.
Because we're going to explore how everyday freelancers, independent creators, and local entrepreneurs are actively monetizing this technological shift. And they're doing it by solving tangible business problems, not by chasing some algorithmic get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah. And if you're listening right now, whether you're a freelancer, a small business owner, or really just someone trying not to get left behind in this new economy, this deep dive is going to break down exactly how you can monetize AI.
Right.
It's not magic.
Yeah.
It's about bridging the gap between this really powerful raw technology and the actual day-to-day operational realities of businesses that just, well, they don't have the time to figure it out themselves.
Yeah, so let's ground this in the reality of what it looks like on the ground, because the URBT article introduces a case study that, honestly, it perfectly captures the whiplash of the last 2 years.
Oh, the Marcus Vance story.
Yes, Marcus Vance. So he's a freelance commercial writer based in Chicago. And late 2023 rolls around, and Marcus experiences basically every freelancer's absolute worst nightmare.
Yeah, the bottom just falls out.
Completely. In rapid succession, his core clients start pausing their retainers. And they're very transparent about why. They want to bring the writing in-house using generative AI.
Right, because they see the tool and think it's easy.
Exactly. They're looking at this blinking cursor on their screen and thinking, hey, we can effectively replace Marcus for $20 a month.
Okay, let's unpack this, because Marcus's initial panic is so relatable.
It's completely natural.
It reminds me of like a professional carriage driver seeing the very first automobile roll down the street.
That's a great way to look at it.
Right.
Where?
You have two choices. You can either stand in front of it and just get run over, or you can figure out how to drive the thing.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is that Marcus didn't resist. He didn't try to convince his clients that AI was just some passing fad.
Which a lot of people did.
Oh, absolutely. But Marcus didn't. He pivoted. He started integrating tools like Claude and ChatGPT, but, and this is the crucial part, not to write his final copy.
Wait, really? So what was he using it for then?
For research and rapid outlines, he built these highly specific prompt chains for the back end of his workflow. So instead of starting from a blank page, he was getting to a solid first draft in a fraction of the time.
And by doing that, he diversified. He moved away from just doing these long-form pieces into rapid newsletters and search-optimized copy. The article notes he actually scaled from struggling to manage 3 articles a week to comfortably juggling 15 active client accounts.
15? That's insane.
I know. It completely transformed his business model.
And it really highlights something bizarre but super crucial that the source text mentions: the absolute danger of unhedged single income streams.
Yes. The fragility of it all.
Exactly. The article points to the situation with the entertainer B. Simone a while back, which is a great parallel. Regardless of whatever drama was happening there, just looking at the shocking monthly income drop she experienced proves a major point.
It really did.
When you are entirely dependent on one traditional channel and the market shifts, your livelihood vanishes overnight.
And that's a reality for so many people right now. Traditional channels can dry up instantly, which is exactly why agility isn't just a buzzword anymore, right?
Yeah.
It's a professional survival requirement.
Totally. But, okay, I want to transition here because this brings up a massive question. If those clients had the exact same AI subscriptions on their own laptops, why did they suddenly need Marcus to handle 15 accounts for them?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right. Like, why is there this massive global economic shift happening around this?
Well, let's look at the heavy-hitting stats. According to Upwork's official guide, the demand for AI-fluent freelancers has actually doubled year over year.
Doubled. Just in 1 year.
Yes. For tasks specifically like content repurposing and, customer support setups. And then you have the 2026 Stanford AI Index, which notes that generative AI hit historic adoption rates faster than the internet itself.
Faster than the internet. That's almost hard to wrap your head around. But let me play devil's advocate for a second.
Go for it.
If adoption is so incredibly high, isn't the market completely saturated by now? Like, isn't everybody already doing this?
You would think so, right? But McKinsey's 2025 State of AI report reveals this massive, gaping bottleneck.
Hmm.
Companies are adopting the tools, sure, but they are struggling immensely to move these little AI pilots into scaled, actual business value.
Oh, so they have the tech, but they don't know what to do with it.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the data from the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses Voices program perfectly illustrates this.
What did they find?
They found that small business owners universally see the value of AI. They know it can help, but they completely lack the training and the time to actually integrate it into their daily operations.
Okay, that makes so much sense. The source text uses this really helpful industrial analogy here that I loved. It talks about how, when a massive corporation like Ford decides to pivot to electric vehicles, it's its massive undertaking.
Billions of dollars.
Right. Ford does a $5 billion EV investment. It's a massive capital retooling to reshape U.S. production. They shut down factories, they hire armies of engineers. But local businesses don't need that. They need what the article calls micro redesigns.
Micro redesigns. I love that term.
It's so good. Like, they just need someone to come in and automate their client intake forms or set up a smarter email routing system, but they literally just don't have the time or the specialized knowledge to do it themselves.
Exactly. The macroeconomy desperately needs these micro agencies to do that heavy lifting on a local level.
But okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Because having established that there is this massive demand, we need to warn you, the listener, right now.
Yeah, this is important.
This isn't just about pushing a button and walking away to the beach. We have to talk about the severe risks of what the industry calls lazy AI.
Oh, the risks are astronomical if you do this wrong.
Think of it like this. Relying entirely on unedited AI is basically like hiring a wildly enthusiastic intern who has read every single book in the world, but they constantly lie to you just to impress you.
That is painfully accurate. They just want to give you an answer, even if it's completely wrong.
Right. So what are the actual factual realities of these risks according to the text?
Well, the source outlines three main things. First, the models hallucinate. They confidently invent facts. Second, they make simple, logical errors. And third, they generate incredibly generic, sanitized content.
That robotic AI voice everybody recognizes now.
Exactly. And failing to audit those outputs before they go live creates massive professional and legal liability for a business.
Because reputation is so incredibly fragile today.
It is. The text actually references a really specific cautionary point about corporate reputation fragility. It mentions how a second actor filing a misconduct lawsuit against Tyler Perry illustrates how rapidly and severely public standing can be threatened in today's media landscape.
Things just spiral so fast online.
They do. Now, apply that fragility to a business. Sending out unverified, hallucinated AI communication to your clients is a catastrophic risk. You could ruin a brand's reputation in a single afternoon.
Which is why businesses are so scared to just let the AI run wild.
Precisely. And that brings us to this great quote from Dr. Gabby Berlicue at Upwork. She says, professionals who can direct and refine AI outputs to enhance their work will stand out and find success.
The human premium?
Yes. The highest earners in this space aren't just passive button pushers. They are meticulous editors. They are strategic prompt engineers. Clients aren't paying for the raw text. They are paying for your human judgment and your strategic voice.
They're paying for peace of mind.
Exactly. They are playing you to be the liability shield.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you listening right now? We've talked about the theory, we've talked about the risks. Let's get into the actionable playbook. How does someone actually build one of these microagencies today?
The source material lays out a very clear set of rules. And rule number 1 is to narrow your focus. Radically narrow it.
So no, I can do anything marketing.
Absolutely not. Do not sell broad AI consulting. It's too vague. Business owners don't know what to do with that. You need to pick one specific skill, one specific audience, and one specific problem.
The article actually gave some really great specific examples of this, didn't it?
It did. For instance, you don't say you do AI marketing. You set up AI email follow-up sequences specifically for independent contractors.
Oh, that's smart. Because contractors are notorious for missing follow-ups when they're on the job site.
Exactly. Or, here's another one from the text. Building automated review response setups for local multi-location restaurants.
That's brilliant. A restaurant manager doesn't have time to reply to 50 Yelp reviews a week.
Right, but they know it hurts their business if they ignore them, so you sell them the specific system that solves that specific headache.
And the best part about the execution here, and I want to remind you of this, you do not need a technical computer science degree to do this.
You really don't.
Yeah.
No coding required.
You just need to be willing to get in there and test tools like Claude or ChatGPT. You refine your prompts, you figure out how to string them together with basic automation tools, and you just build a small portfolio showing real-world results.
That's the secret. You build a mock-up, you show it working flawlessly, and that is your entire sales pitch. You're selling the result, not the tech.
Which is incredibly empowering. So just to wrap up this deep dive, let's reiterate the core theme here. The future of work is not going to be monopolized by giant tech corporations.
No, it's no.
It actually belongs to agile individuals, people who use these tools to multiply their own hustle and become these highly efficient, highly localized micro-agencies.
It's a massive shift in leverage. But, as we look at this transition, I want to leave you with a final, slightly provocative question to ponder on your own.
Okay, lay it on us.
If AI allows one junior freelancer to easily do the work of an entire creative team, generating the outlines, the copy, the research in seconds, what happens to the whole concept of the entry-level job in the next 5 years?
Oh, wow. Yeah, because that grunt work is usually how people learn.
Exactly. If everyone suddenly becomes a micro-agency director who just relies on AI for all the foundational grunt work, how will the next generation of creatives actually learn the foundational skills, the taste, and the judgment that the AI is currently just mimicking?
That is a really heavy thought. You need the foundation to know if the house is built right.
Exactly. Something to really think about as this technology scales.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We hope this gave you a solid, actionable perspective on the AI shift. Keep questioning the tools around you, keep exploring how you can build better systems, and we will catch you next time.